Hey, thanks for slithering in. Today we are back with another edition of Every Tiny Home is a Different Gnome. This time I did something different. As you can see, I completed all of the landscaping here. Look how pretty. Today's theme is definitely better weather and spring and flowers and things, so I'm really excited to get started. Our first gnome over in this little house is going to be this guy, the Onward Adventurous Gnome. He's from base game, and he's cute because he's riding a little chicken. I definitely want to see if I can fit in a little chicken coop on the side here. I think that would just be super cute, seeing as this little guy is riding a chicken. I'll just put it here for now. I don't know what kind of colors we're going for. We have a couple swatches on this guy. He has this blue and red get up. He's got green and pink, and then he's got like this little yellow and red and blue thing. So maybe that's the vibe we go with today. So maybe I get this little yellow one actually. Okay, I'm in. Oh, I'm interested. Do we like? We might like. We actually might love. I'm gonna hide this little bit here by merging the roof in a little more like that, and I think we're good to go there. And we just need some roof patterns, so maybe this is where we can bring in some of the red. I don't know if that's like a little too much. Maybe if we can find a darker shade. I might actually go with this one. I think that matches his pants pretty well. This one is from the For Rent expansion pack. I think I'm gonna keep the stone steps on all of our homes today, but let's pick out like a cute little foundation here to kind of match it with the stones a little bit. We can try anyway. I'll keep that for now. And I think we have some cute little yellow windows from the new base game update that we got a little while ago now, and I think that would be really cute to use. We can even have some on this side maybe. We can even add some shutters from the Horse Ranch expansion pack. I don't think it comes in any red tones. Just a little bit of a bummer. But we could maybe squeeze in some blue with these here. I'm going to use the tool mod by Twisted Mexi to size these up a little bit, just so that they fit the window a little better. Just like so. I think I'm going to try and use this door here from Laundry Day. It kind of has like a barn door feeling to it. And I think that can work out pretty well for us. We're also going to find some fencing while we're here. And this could give us an excuse to bring in some more brown tones. Maybe with this one from the Cottage Living expansion pack would be good. We can change the railings, and I'm gonna leave this open. If you guys haven't checked out the first time I did this challenge, I will make sure that it is linked down below for you guys to check out. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. I know it's been a little while since then, so that is my bad. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. Let's find some wallpaper. Some of these Horse Ranch ones actually have some nice colors to them that might help us. We have red, but I don't know if I love that. It's feeling too much like McDonald's for my taste. Maybe we can start with the stone cottage look and just add in some more columns just to kind of tie off the balcony and some other details. I might change it to more of this brown tone here to match the fencing a little better, and our door. We also have some cute roof decor here that we can use, and maybe we can make that work a little bit with this roof. I wasn't so sure that we would be able to, but it looks like it could work, and we can maybe just pick a different swatch. Maybe this lighter color swatch would work for us, and then we can just continue it along here. Oops. Let me act like I've actually played this game before, okay? On second thought, I don't like this. I'm going back to the debug menu because I think I can get the chicken part of the roofing piece without like the full-on hay part of it. I was correct. We have these little chicken guys, and we can put him up here. I might have to Alt 9 to raise him up, but and maybe I can just put him over here, and then I don't have to like do as much. He can just be like sticking out right there. I think that's cute. Moving on to the interior now, it's definitely a very small space, and I think this is going to be the smallest build that we have for today's videos. So I'm thinking we do a full bathroom here, and then we can do everything else kind of in the main space. I'm going to find an angle to do this where this tree isn't constantly getting in our way. And of course, if the video footage keeps jumping, I'm sorry. I'm actually going to use this door, I think, from Seasons over here. It matches the wood pretty well. I do need to get some lighting so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Let's start in the bathroom. Let's kind of take care of this a little bit. We have been getting some really nice tile recently, and honestly, we really needed it. And I really want to use this one from the new businesses and hobbies expansion pack. What we also need is some more wall tiling because I feel like sometimes they're not up to par. I definitely want to get this cottage living tub in here. It fits so well, and I might put it over on this wall because I do need to get a sink and mirror and toilet. Those are all important things for our Sims. I'm gonna use tiny living toilet, and we have a matching cottage living sink with the yellow on the bottom part here, which is super cute. Would it be crazy to use this mirror? It doesn't really have chickens, but it's also kind of cute. I mean, technically chickens are direct descendants from dinosaurs, so maybe this does work. Let's get the rest of our details, like toilet paper and clutter and all of that good stuff, so that none of you yell at me in the comments. Oh, I always forget about light switches. We can add one there. Maybe a little holder for our toothpaste. And of course we need some towels. I think with this bathroom being so colorful, we can get away with these, and probably a rug, plants, curtains, all that good stuff. I'll use this one here from Get Together, add some more blues in here, and I kind of love the idea of using these leafy curtains from the Blooming Rooms kit. And to finish this room off, I'm going to add in this little painting of a chicken. This is from the businesses and hobbies expansion pack as well. I think I want to use these yellow counters that come with cottage living. I don't think I've ever used them in this swatch, so this actually might be pretty fun. We also have a fridge from that pack. I do want to tie in some more red in here, so let's try that. And then we need a stove, which I believe we also have. We can get the matching one, or we can go blue, or we can even do yellow. I'm gonna stick with the yellow for now. I might change my mind. I'm allowed to do that. Additionally, I feel like this kitchen just speaks open shelving. I don't know if like cabinets would work in here, so I'm going to pull out this immaculate shelf, and I might just put it over here. I feel like I do this often next to the fridge. We could wrap it around a little bit like that if we wanted to. Of course, we got to get the cook-a-doodle-doo stove hood. We would be remiss if we did not do that. Before I get too carried away, I want to find some kind of wallpaper. This one might be fun, actually. It's very rare that I stick with the first one I get, but it does have that blue that I'm looking for. Over here, I think would be like our quote-unquote living space, maybe a dining space as well. Let's start with the dining space. Maybe I can bring in some more of the reds with this table here, and we'll find some matching chairs as well. These from Cats and Dogs are among some of my favorite chairs in game. I just love them so much. We can maybe squeeze this in the corner, and I think this is a good spot for some cute little lighting overhead the table as well. Coming back to the kitchen for a minute, we're gonna clutter it up, and I think it would be fun to have this little guy sitting somewhere, maybe up on our shelving. If I size him down and raise him up, this is a base game statue, so of course we have to include it. Also up here, I can get some mugs, salt and pepper shakers. I always like to filter by my cool kitchen stuff because there are a lot of items in there that I love to use in a lot of builds, like these cookbooks that look really good on top of a fridge. Here is our kitchen and dining space all complete. I really love the reds, yellows, and blues happening in here. So let's move on to our bedroom and living. For our bed, I think we really have to go with that one from Cottage Living, just to kind of finish off the vibe, you know? And one day I'll be able to find it. Here it is. I think we continue with the yellow with this swatch here. I have this cute little rug from the Storybook Nursery Kit that I want to use and size up just a little bit more because I can't with the sizing options. I think we can get away with this one from Seasons, and we'll just kind of arrange it better by alt placing these items to make it look a little more natural. On this wall, I would love to get some of these new string lights up as well. Maybe we can actually make our own. I haven't done this too much recently, but it's actually really fun. I also think a mirror on this wall wouldn't be a bad idea either. Maybe we can even use this one. I would also love like a wall gallery moment. So I want to pull the ones from the secret sanctuary and see what kind of swatches we have in here. I think this one we can pull off pretty well. We can even do it like this so it looks like the lights are kind of wrapping over it or layering over it. And maybe we can find some other things for this side of the wall as well. If only we had more items with chickens on them. Maybe we can make these from paranormal work and maybe size them down just a little bit. Oh, and we can add this guy in here too. This is like the legit painting, not the ripoff that we put in the bathroom. Before we finish off the living space, I just remembered I need a trash can, so I'm going to pick out one of these barrel ones because I feel like it would work out pretty well for us. And I wonder if we can get away with this couch from Paranormal as well. It brings in some more of the blues, and then we can figure out a way to get the red in with maybe plants. I think my favorite plant from Dine Out works. I think there's a red base to that one. Right here, I think that could work out. And we should get some kind of entertainment. Do chickens like music? I hope so, because that's what we are doing. I might just have to move our trash can somewhere else. Maybe I can squeeze it in over here. And there we have it, our living and bedroom space for our very first gnome. Next, we're going to go across the way over to this little house, and we're going to turn it into a home for Mr. Floppy the gnome. And I might just stick him over here in the little flower patch. I think for this one, I might want to try and use some of the new wallpaper from the business's expansion pack, especially maybe this pink one might look really cute. We might even be able to get away with some cute little pink roof trim like so. I might try and make this roof paint from Life and Death work. We also need a door for the back over here to come into their yard space. It's not that big of a yard space, but we'll do something back here. We'll figure it out. Maybe we can also use the Love Struck, this door. We also have this new awning that I think might be cute here. I'm gonna add even more wall details like these flower pieces. These are from Get Together. I love a home with ivy, so I think a bunny might too. Especially around our tower. This might be fun to kind of layer some. And I'm gonna take these smaller pieces to try kind of just fill in some gaps where it might not make sense that there is ivy, but we're gonna try and connect them anyway. We can also give this roof some detail. These are the run-of-the-mill roof support beams. And maybe we can get this up here, and that'll be like our little bunny ears. How cute is that? And in the backyard, I'm gonna add some more terrain paint. Perhaps this one with like the little pink flowers. I know that green is really harsh, so maybe we can tone it down with some dirt a little bit and kind of layer like so. That works out pretty well, doesn't it? Definitely want to make sure I get the wild rabbit home, and maybe we can try and fit like a picnic blanket out here if there's a pink one. Oh, this one's cute with the little lips on it. Maybe actually it's got a harsh light to it. We can do this one. This one's fun, and I'm thinking maybe a little picnic basket as well. And there's our exterior. It doesn't have much space, but I think we did what we could with it. And here's what our backyard space looks like. This time I'll add the lighting first, and I think we'll split the build up right here. This could be our little bedroom. We have a little entryway, and we might be able to get a ladder to come up here and use this tower as our bathroom. Now I want to continue to challenge myself with some of the different pinks, and maybe we'll even get a carpeted bedroom over here. That might be fun. I don't use carpet very often. And for our flooring out here, we don't really have like a pink wood tone, but maybe we can get away with this one. we'll try it. We can do a pink wallpaper, perhaps this one from base game. And instead of a door, I almost want to do just a large archway leading into the bedroom. We can even use this arched one here from Lovestruck. That might be fun. Let's start over here first, and this is, I think, in this corner where we're going to put our kitchen. We can do these country kitchen ones. This was like one of the first kits we had ever gotten ever. Who knew we would now be flash forward like a million kits deep, you know? And I think I will use this fridge also from the same kit. And then we have a stove as well. We have this one, which means I would want to move my windows. And because we're using this kit, we might as well use the matching cabinets, but I might not match the color swatch per se. Just kidding. I think I'm going to. That was too drastic of a change. So we have this one. I love this little rack with the dishes over it. I don't know if above the stove is the best part or best place for it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just kidding. I'm gonna use this end piece because I think this might even make a little more sense. We'll pretend like there is no clipping. Just ignore it, okay? You don't see anything. Now the issue here is I don't know if I will have room for a sink, but luckily we have some island options that we can probably do. Maybe I can actually wrap it around like this and add our kitchen sink here. And now that I'm looking at this space, since I don't have much room to play with, so maybe we don't do the bar stools and we don't do the island. And I just do another corners piece instead. So it's still a wraparound, but just not with the island. So then we can easily put a sofa back here, I think. And we can get like a little end table or something on this wall. And maybe here is where I can get some fun bunny items up. Like maybe this one. This would be cute. We can get this bunny bookend. I think I used this in the other build too, but you know what? We didn't have chicken bookends, so... Oh, we can get the freezer bunny guitar. That's a definite must. I might even put a TV over in this one as well. There are literal bunnies on this wallpaper. Why am I not using this? Because actually, what is wrong with me? Duh. We have to use this. Are you kidding me? Now it makes me want to change the flooring. I think I'll use the same one, but in a different swatch. That just changed the whole vibe. We can probably squeeze in a dining table somewhere too. Maybe I'll use this one from the Cozy Bistro kit. I haven't used that one in a while. We can move our arch over to get a chair in, or 2 chairs. And the Cozy Kitsch kit chairs come in this nice little pastel-y pink. Ooh, we can use our pastel pop one up here. That might be cute to use. It's either that one or this one from Parenthood, which actually that pink matches these chairs so well. And of course we need some plants. That's what this build is missing. We're missing some greenery. I think we can put that one there. That looks cute. And over here in this entryway, I just got some shoe clutter, a lamp, and this coat rack. But I also want to add some sort of skill building item in here. So I think I'm just gonna throw in this easel along with this burglar alarm. And you guessed it, some more plants. I didn't add too much clutter into the kitchen because there's not much space, but also by the back door, we have a rocking chair and another piece of bunny artwork on the wall. Because there's not much room up here, I went ahead and finished off the bathroom. Very pink and purplish. I loved using this poster here from the high school years because she's got little bunny ears on. Isn't that sweet? But finally, we are going to do the bedroom. I think it would be a win in this one if we can get a double bed in every single bedroom. I like this one from Lovestruck, but let's also see what our other options are. We also have this one, which might actually be fun to add in some of that wicker. I kind of want to do it right next to this window because of the view into the garden. It would be so pretty to see that every day. I think we can get away with these curtains from Island Living and kind of pretend like they're both tied up there. And I know we can probably find some more bunny decals. Like for example, we have this one we can put over here. Maybe we'll raise it up so we can see the little carrot. I also love the idea of adding in these cute little poofs from the Comfy Gamer kit. Maybe in a couple of different swatches, just kind of at the foot of the bed. We can bring in some other colors that way too, like with this watermelon and the little lime. And over here we can definitely fit in a dresser. I like the idea of using this one from Cottage Living. It's one of my favorites, honestly. And I don't think we have a bookshelf besides like the book clutter in the other room. So let's find something else. There might be something from my first pet stuff. I just don't know if it comes in like a bunny swatch, which that would have been adorable. Missed opportunity. Instead, I think I'll just use this one from the Parenthood, and maybe I can put it on an angle here. And I think another plant. We can also probably get in a one-tile desk over here, which we actually got a new one. I know, I keep bringing it up, but the businesses and hobbies expansion pack, I still wish we had a one-tile desk for base game. That would be so cool. I think we'll get one of these chairs. It might be cute. That color actually matches pretty well. And then this has a little bunny ears on it, so I think we have to use that. And the Wabbit tablet. We'll also grab some more lighting to put over here as well too. I think we can get like a little hat or something. Although that would be hard for a bunny to wear. How about this water bottle with the little freezer bunny sticker on it and a basket with some extra blanket. And I think that's pretty decent for our little bunny home. The ladder disappeared, just ignore that. And so did the dresser. There it is. It's all back now, have no fear. Let's move on. Up next, we're going to build a tiny home for this base game gnome. There's no place like gnome. He's just very classic garden gnome vibes. It even says add a little whimsy and protection to your garden with this charming fellow. For birds and squirrels, he takes his duties seriously. So this is a very serious gnome we are working with today. So I was thinking like a two-door home up here, hence the bump out. I also want to share, I updated G-Shade in between recording these different parts and things. That's why this UI looks a lot different than it did, and I apologize for that. It's the same G-Shade preset, but for some reason it's like, I don't know, I might have to play with the settings a little bit. So I tried, but it wasn't coming out the way I had it before, so I think I need to get to the drawing table on that one. But I'm liking this like paler Tudor style wallpaper here. Maybe we can do some stone up here and then find some siding for this bottom piece. And maybe this is where we can bring in some of the color. So our gnome friend here, I'll size him up a little bit. His base swatch is like this blue turquoise top with this red hat. But we have a dark blue, we have green and orange, and we also have like a yellow and red. So I'm wondering if we lean into more of the greens and oranges in this one. I kind of like the idea of using this from Cats and Dogs, like these shingles. I think that might be a cute look for us today. Let's start there. We definitely have some different colors going on this, but I think that's part of the fun. This might be the vibe. I think this is what I'm thinking. We even have this yellow here that I think I want to use. Do we want to do yellow or green? Maybe we do this. That looks more like the turquoise, right? A little bit. So maybe that is more of the vibe we're going. So maybe we need more horse ranch happening on the bottom, like these windows, and we can kind of utilize them on the diagonal pieces too, or we can just do it like that. That could work as well. Okay, I think I found a combination of doors and windows that I am somewhat happy with at this point. I'm trying to find that door. Here it is. Because maybe we do something more like this than the front door I currently have. I really want to lean in to some of like the garden aspect of this like garden gnome, you know, because that's what this is. I'm also going to get some trim to make this pop a little more, this little bump out. We can put it all the way around on our second floor here. Maybe we do a slightly darker brown to match our roof trim. And it'll add a little bit of separation, I think, too, to the build. In our yard space back here, I think is where we are going to put a lot of gardening clutter, like garden pots and things. We can like probably mix and match a lot of stuff. We can probably also add some of these plots from the Cottage Living. I really like the idea of mixing and matching. I would love to get maybe some string lights. Perhaps these from Life and Death would look really cool. Because we do have some on this tree. I mean, they're supposed to look like they're draping over the tree. We don't have too much space back here, but I'm still thinking we can squeeze in a picnic table of some sort. Maybe this one from City Livings. And then we can just get other gardening clutter. I'm thinking maybe the Greenhouse Haven kit could come in handy here. I'm gonna pull out this gardener shed here, like little stand. It's not a shed. Oh, maybe we can put some stuff on the table here too, like things that are in progress, some gardening tools, just some extra things for storage. This is what our exterior is looking like so far. In the front here, we added some more pot clutter, the garden hose, a couple of planters with some bushes and flowers in there. I even added this little shovel and rake storage shelf from Horse Ranch in here. Our first floor down here is going to be our living and kitchen dining areas. I want to use this gorgeous wood floor from Life and Death. I put up a wall here. I'm thinking we can separate the kitchen and dining this way, make it a little more interesting. We can probably just get an archway though. I don't think we need to do anything too fancy. I think this one from Horse Ranch. I'm already coming back up here to grab this tree so I can put it in this corner. Because I use both the country kitchen kit counters and cottage living counters already, I am actually going to use the Horse Ranch ones because I think we can get this nice brown wood tone to kind of carry on into this build. And it is definitely clipping here, so I'm going to get rid of this piece and get the end piece and try and make that work without clipping into the wall. I could do that and maybe put like a bookshelf here. I think that could work, and your sim should still be able to come back over to this corner. This is where it's going to get a little tricky and we might have to get a little creative. So I might just scooch this together, check our wall on this side, that works okay, and then bring this around. And there is still a little bit of a glitching thing here, so I'm going to use the tool mod. I'm going to select this one, and if I elevate it just slightly, it usually gets rid of most of that clipping. There's still a little bit here, but I think I can live with that. I can even like scooch it over a little bit more, I think. There. Let me get our appliances. We're first going to pick out a sink, which I think we can get away with putting it over here. I need an oven or stove. Now my issue is there's no great place to put it. I could use one of these from Dream Home Decorator and kind of clip it in under here, but I don't know if that's going to be functional. I might have to stick with the Dream Home Decorator and kind of just do it this way, but make it so it doesn't look like I can see the the counter inside here. And then I think our fridge is going to go here. I might just pretend that I'm okay with it blocking the window, but which fridge do I want? I could just stick with a base game one. Am I okay with it blocking the window? I don't know. Maybe I can move the window. That might be an easier solution. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if this is gonna function either. So I'm gonna move it over to this counter instead, and fingers crossed for the best. I usually don't playtest when I do these kinds of builds, so if it doesn't work, I'm actually really sorry. So I could easily use the same ones from Horse Ranch here, but sometimes I like to mix and match a little bit, and you can oftentimes find some pretty close similar wood swatches. So I'm going to use these base game ones because I don't think I'm going to put cabinets all the way around. I might just do that and then put some open shelving over here. And then our other essential is a table, which I think we can fit like right in here. This should be relatively easy. We can even probably like get a bit of a bigger one than we have in our other homes. We also have this one from Eco Lifestyle, which actually might be more of the turquoise green that I'm looking for. I'll stick with this one. I think this is fine. I'm not gonna be too picky. Let's find some decoration, and I might do some of that off camera so that we can keep this thing moving along. I went ahead and added the rest of the clutter in the dining room. We just have a fruit bowl and some more in process potting gardening happening, and I kept the clutter in the kitchen fairly simple as well. We have a mixer, we have some like fruit and jam stuff happening. For the living room, I think we can have like a very large, very cozy space in here, so I'm going to try and find the cozy kitsch sofa here because it has already like a floral like little pillow here, which I absolutely adore. We're just gonna have to find a swatch that maybe makes sense in here. Maybe we can bring in some of the blues a little bit. We can mix and match colors in here. I'm going to bring in this end table from For Rent because it has the floral patterns on here. If I use this in one of the other homes, I'm sorry, please just ignore it. We also have this one I think could work from Paranormal. Maybe we do that one instead actually, then I don't have to worry about if I actually use the other one or not. I think that could work there. In this corner, we can't really fit an end table, but maybe we can squeeze in a plant like this one from Jungle Adventure. Maybe we move this over even a little more like so. I definitely want a lot more seating in here. So let's come back here. Let's pick out our coffee table first maybe. We have this gorgeous one. It's got the floral patterns here, but we might have another option. This one also from Paranormal. I think this could work very well in here. We'll just change out our swatch. Maybe even this white one works the best here. I think so. But we have some fun patterns with life and death too, and I don't think oh, maybe this one. I can scale it a little bit again with the tool mod. What this room really needs now is some good lighting. So I'm gonna look for a lamp to start. I might put this little clutter piece here from, this is also no, this is Tiny Living. I'm just kidding. I'm not even going to change the swatch there, but we do still need a lamp for this side. Actually, this one is also from For Rent, so maybe we'll do this and then we can bring in some more of the greens there. Over here, I might try and squeeze in a fireplace. We have a couple of these one tile ones. We have this large one, but that's not technically one tile, I suppose. So I'm going to stick with this one from Horse Ranch, and we'll just find a swatch I think we can use there. I think that's good. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of this one, but I think this is a good end point for our living room. And as I was saying that, I almost want to get like a coat rack over here, and I'm thinking of the new one from the base game. This one here, I think this can add a little bit more to our room as well. Especially this one with like the green swatch and stuff, so I think that worked. For the sake of time, I went ahead and decorated our bathroom. This is what it ended up being with some floral patterns around, and overall I think it looks pretty cute. I definitely wanted to use a lot of the items from the new sleek bathroom kit in here too, so that's why it looks a little more on the modern side. But let's move on to the bedroom. I think this is going to be our flooring and wallpaper combo. I like the checkered patterns and stuff up here, but also some splash of pretty floral. For our bed, I'm thinking this one might be really nice from Season. We'll start there and see where we go. I wonder if adding this fake wall behind here might be fun to play around with as kind of our headboard. And we can obviously change the colors up a little bit. Maybe we do more of the green. And then we can add more plants up here. Of course, that is honestly the main goal. Maybe a dresser, and we have this one, which has a lot of fun patterns, but especially this main swatch has this floral pattern. But we also have, I think, one from, this is the one I want to use the most. This one is from Movie Hangout, and I think we have some neutral swatches as well we can utilize, but I think I want to use this one. Up here, I might even put this shelf here with like some more gardening tools, or would it make more sense to put it on this side of our room only because of the door here? No, I think I like it over here. Maybe these are more like heirloom type gardening things that you don't necessarily use because they're too nice to use, right? And then I will also get another plant up there, or two, or maybe actually three. And maybe this is where we can use the comfy gamer rug as well. I'm definitely going to have to size this one up, so I selected it by hitting Alt and clicking on it. I have the tool mod open, and we're going to do 1.2 to get a nice bigger size. I might even go a little bigger, 1.3. Here's the end result for our bedroom. Lots of floral and soft pastels happening up here. I like the clutter up against this like headboard item that we made, and of course some wicker basket clutter, and just overall I think it came out pretty cute. On the other side of this room, I think we're going to put maybe an office space, maybe some more skill building. So I'm going to start with maybe an easel, because I think that's a pretty easy way to get some skill. So we can put that in the corner there. We'll get some clutter as well around there. But let's go to our office space. We'll get a desk. I'm trying to think if there are any desks with like floral type designs. The closest might either be this one from Seasons, or we also have this one from Paranormal, which maybe we can get away with. I'm thinking of using this cottage living one. I actually never use different swatches for that, so that's actually kind of fun. And then we can probably get a candle up here. I think we have a nice cute little pink floral. Yeah, that was nice. Oh, we can put it up there. And then of course we need some plants in this area really quick. And for our little artist corner here, we can do this, and then I think that piece is actually in a sculpture. There's a piece I'm thinking about. It's like an artist station. Here it is, artist supply station. We can do something like that, and then we can get like a piece of wall art up there. Maybe from Life and Death, one of these tarot cards has like a garden looking one. Like this one looks cute. I could have used that in the bunny home though, so that is really funny actually. That looks like him. I'm gonna put it up here. Maybe that's a bad omen, I don't know, but the little gnome getting eaten by the lion. Maybe not eaten, maybe he's like taking him to a safe spot. I'll choose to believe that part. And I think that's a wrap for this build for the There's No Place Like Gnome from base game. Let me know which one you guys like so far. But we do have one more tiny home to decorate. Now over in this home, our final gnome is going to be Herb the Posy Protector. He's from Cottage Living. He has all of these pretty little flowers on his head and a mushroom. His little blurb here even says that seems as though Herb has a way with posies. They bloom bigger than a corgi's head, and the locals swear it's due to his magical powers. They also think his festive hat is just the cat's jammies. So I kind of already got started with that with all of these sunflowers. I really love the sunflower look, and hopefully you don't think it's too repetitive, but I definitely want to utilize some cottage living items, especially on the exterior, like the wallpaper, maybe at least maybe for some parts of it anyway. Like we could use this brick around our round bump out here, maybe even around the back. Maybe add some dark contrast with this stone for our chimney. We don't have any siding, so that would be the one issue, and I would like to bring some more color into this build per se. So maybe we can find a nice base game siding to use up here. Maybe even this orange one. Either orange or yellow. Maybe we'll stick with the yellow because of the sunflower vibes. I think I'll use this trim here from Castle Estate. I think that looks pretty cool. For our columns here, I definitely want to utilize cottage living, but I think island living has some fun floral decoration that we can use. It might actually be in debug. It is. Here we go. So there are these fun little flower pieces that kind of look like they would wrap around, and I kind of want to use maybe this yellow one, but maybe we can also pair it with some of the other flowers as well. We can even then find some fencing. I don't think, well, maybe this island living one could help and work for us. I'll leave it like that. For now, we can even add it up here around our round bump out. For our front porch here, I am going to put this cute little bench with the flowers on it. And maybe we can even size this wall piece up a little bit too, just to add even more flowers. For some reason, I want to add the numbers here, even though I haven't done that on any other ones. And then of course we need some lighting and oh, probably a welcome mat, which actually we have a base game one that came with an update not too long ago, or it came with the festive like game event. And our gnome friend is actually on here. Look at that. I think that's super cute. This gnome's home's backyard space is accessible through this pathway up here, unlike the other ones where you have to pretty much be on their property to get up here. So I'm wondering if this could be maybe more of a shared space and we can get like some items for grilling out here. Would be really fun. Like maybe this gnome is just very outgoing, a very social butterfly. We can also get a picnic table back here, maybe even this one from the romantic garden stuff pack. And of course we need some other kind of activity back here. And while I know the other gnome had a lot of floral stuff, but maybe we can get these like wall planters up along the building from Eco Lifestyle. For our lighting out here, I'm going to use this one. It also looks like a flower, but this one's from the Get to Work expansion pack, and I'm just going to put one up here and one down by our front door. I went ahead and just knocked out the bathroom real quick using a lot of items from the new sleek bathroom kit. There's actually a lot of new kits I can utilize in this build, or at least this home only, because of, you know, me putting this project down and picking it back up every so often. But on the interior here, we definitely have a lot of wallpaper with floral things happening, and this gorgeous little cottage door here from movie hangout stuff. And upstairs where we're going to put our bedroom is more of the same going on. I want to start here because I'm imagining this little nook being our kitchen, and we do have a new kitchen fridge, which this one has a lot of cute little like cottagey magnets on here. This one's got more travel and geography. Like this one's definitely like kid friendly things. So I think I want to go with like the general swatch here. And I don't know, maybe we also have like this retro fridge that I think might be fun to use too, but I really want to use the magnets, so I'm sticking with it. And I feel like I've been using a lot of the same cabinetry, so I might actually go with maybe a base game cabinet or the jungle adventure cabinet. This one has like the fun yellow top, but I don't really like the counters, so but maybe we can do this one. Maybe we can face it the right way. There we go. It's a very small and tight kitchen in here, so there's that. We can probably even extend the wall, I think, a little bit. We will technically need a sink. I'm gonna use the new kitchen clutter one because look at those dishes inside the sink there. It's so cute, right? And then we need some sort of stove. So maybe now I'm second guessing, and maybe I want to put the sink over here, and we can do like an end piece like this. Here's where maybe we can put like the retro stove. I just don't like how it doesn't quite fit a full tile, so I'm going to kind of squeeze those in a little bit like so. I think I'm going to use this rug from the high school years pack and maybe just size it down a little bit and kind of make it look like a runner going through the kitchen. I want to pick out our dining room table. I'm thinking a nice circular round table. We have a few of those in the game, like obviously we have this one from Cottage Living and we have these like little ones, but I'm thinking we have some large ones. We have this one from Horse Ranch, this from Jungle Adventure, which maybe we can use, or we also have this one from Laundry Day, which actually, do I like the yellow on there? I might try that. If not, I'm switching it out. We also have this base game one, which is nice. If not, I switch it out with the jungle adventure one to match our kitchen. I don't know why I said that so weird. I'm gonna go with my gut and I'm going to use the jungle adventure one. We can get a nice round rug. Ooh. Okay, wait. Hear me out. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm kind of digging it a little bit. Brings in some more yellow. We need to get some sunflowers though. We absolutely need that. And I know there's a vase of sunflowers somewhere. It might even be base game. I mean, these are pretty too. I'll switch to base game here. Here they are. These are exactly what I was looking for. Curtains will be fun. I wonder what kind of yellow options we have. Since we're going pretty yellow crazy in here for this one, we have these from Paranormal, which could be fun. They do have like some leafy texture up on the top part. We have this one from Businesses and Hobbies, but I don't like that yellow. It doesn't match quite well. I think the one from Paranormal might actually be the ones we have to go with. We need more greenery. And now I am going to sort by the kitchen clutter kit, because this is where I'm going to add a bunch of stuff on this shelf here. Like, these jars are so cute. We have this one. We have some of these, which have like little food pieces in them. I love, love, love. Maybe we'll put some lemons and some cookies. Who doesn't love some cookies on a shelf? Here's our finished kitchen with clutter from the new kitchen clutter kit. Absolutely in love with it, and I will not stop saying that, especially in like a cottagey build like this. This is so fun. Over here, all bright and sunny, is our dining space. I love how this turned out, especially with like the greenery over here. And we have some artwork also from the kitchen clutter kit. So over here, I think this is where we could potentially put our couch. We have Paranormal that we can also utilize, but we also have this cozy kit one, which might be fun to use. We can't like use just the yellow, that looks a little weird. Or we have the new Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack as well, and I know that one has a cute swatch with like the florals on it too. But is that too much floral on floral? Maybe we can pull this one off from Paranormal. I feel like this this one's becoming the very paranormal home, right? We have this one here. I can find some wall art. We have some new ones from Base Game 2 that came up with an update recently. Let me see if I can find it. This one, oh, this might be fun to use. Like, we can't use the sea creatures. I think that'd be a little like not really on the nose, but not on the nose enough, you know. I wonder if we can pull this off here. I kind of like that, and we can get some end tables happening. Something tells me I want to put these heart-shaped end tables here from Lovestruck. I don't know. There's something about this that's making me get like very maximalist vibes a little bit. We need a rug. That is going to be very important for this too. For Rent actually might be able to help us with this. We have that one, or we have like this one, but maybe not that one. What else do we have? I mean, it's a flower. Not really like the flower I had in mind, because that's the death flower, but we could also do this. Opposite of the living room, I just put like a little bit of clutter, especially from the Greenhouse Haven kit and Blooming Rooms. I also really love this table here, Smuggler's Paradise. This is also from the movie Hangout kit. I love the little flower detail on there, and it looks like it's something you can like unfold and pull out in case you need some more seating. So in case this isn't enough over here in the dining room. Now for the fun part and for our final room in today's video, the bedroom up here. I need to find a bed that fits the floral vibes but also yellow, which you wouldn't think would be too hard. I mean, this one's kind of cute. I'll put that out there as an option. I don't know if I always gravitate towards these horse ranch beds, and you know what, that's my problem. I'm gonna delete that one. That one and this cottage living one too, which honestly, look how perfect that would be. But let's try and do something different. For Rent, this could work potentially. I like more of either this light tone or the white wood. The bed sheets aren't very floral, but I like kind of like the draped tapestry happening. I'm gonna try and go with this brown, this light brown, so that we're not like too stark up here. When everything's too white wood toned, I feel like it feels like a hospital room, you know? Maybe a mirror over this bed. That used to always be my go-to, but I feel like I don't do it as often anymore. But if I can find one that fits just perfect right there, I think this could work for us. Of course, I can still use the tool mod, so that is always an option. Maybe we can do this but lower it. Kind of like this, and we can play with the swatches a little bit. Like we can match the wood tone, or we can do it a stark white. Maybe? I think I like this off-white actually, so I think I might keep that. Okay, this very maximalist, and now I'm not sure if I'm sold on the bed, but let's try a rug. A nice big one with flowers, you know? Maybe Dream Home Decorator. This one, it's got like the flowers on it, the roses, you can see kind of right there, kind of. Maybe we could rotate it. Like, I love rotating rugs like this. I know it's not like maybe too realistic, but I like it and I'm gonna do it. And maybe I'll do this one to bring in some contrast. We could also even have maybe a layered moment with another rug, perhaps like one of these, or the storybook nursery kit again. There are some flowers on those. Maybe with nifty knitting a little bit. We can try that. Okay, we need some end tables, of course, and which ones do we feel like using today? It doesn't really match the wood tones of the bed, but I feel like it matches the tone of the mirror, so I'm going to stick with that. I would love to get some sort of clock in here, please. I feel like I don't use this as often as I wish I did. I think I was like mostly excited for this grandfather clock when Life and Death first came out, and then I kind of forgot about it. So maybe we'll use this like white and gold one to kind of mirror that bookshelf we put downstairs, and then we'll put a dresser over here as well. This dresser from high school years has some fun patterns on it, and I might go with this one with like the butterfly. And now I'm second guessing the placement of this grandfather clock. Maybe we can do it there. And I think to finish this up, we need to add some greenery and some clutter, and then we will be on our way. Something needs to go on this wall. Ooh, we can use this one from the Decor to the Max kit, and yeah, that'll bring in a lot of the colors from our curtains too, which is nice. And I think I want to do a cute little lamp in this corner too for our lighting up here, and we can probably use this one from Cats and Dogs because I think there are some like little floral patterns up here, like so. I might get rid of this overhead light, and then it'll be like a vibe in here. This is our bedroom. And down here we have the downstairs for our little sunflower base game gnome. I think it came out super cute. Before we sign off though, I want to see all of this landscaping in live mode, so give me just one hot second. Oh, just look at it. It is so pretty. We have ducks over here and we have swans, and let me actually switch to nighttime so we can kind of see all of the lights, and I think I put like fireflies around, and I can do that with MC Cheats and pretty much change the world time. It's currently 5:06 p.m. so let's go about 7 hours into the future. Yup, here we have it. Look at that. You can see some fireflies floating around in some places. This is so sweet. Well, you guys are gonna have to let me know which tiny gnome home is your favorite, and like, comment, and subscribe if you like this type of video. I would love to do some more. I'm sorry it takes me so long in between like parts and stuff. Oh my god, look at the fox. Okay, but I appreciate your patience and everything and your support. And of course, speaking of support, thank you to my channel members for supporting me in that way. I absolutely love it, and you guys rock. Anyway, that's enough for the outro, I think. So I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye! Also, just so you guys know, I did upload this to the gallery, but there's a tree blocking the way, so in case you're looking for it, that's what it looks like.